Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 211. Gotta reach to get my coffee. In my summer sock camp mug, year 2. I think this is year 2. And I put Magic Loop Cabin. She's not doing cabins this year, but I'm in Magic Loop Cabin. Peppermint mocha creamer in my coffee today. Let's get a sip. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. I will have the show notes right down there with everything that I talk about today. I'll have my finished objects, my works in progress, and all the links to bags and patterns and yarns. Yes, I'll have reading and watching down there. Yeah. Today is July 7th, 2023. And this shirt, this is from Nitty Natty. You probably can't read it, but I thought this shirt was appropriate for today because as I was doing my show notes this week, I usually do that. I usually write them up on Friday or Thursday, the day before I record. And I usually put all my FOs in one pile until I record. And I went to my pile and there was only one thing. And I'm like, what? I only finished one thing this week? What is going on? And then I started counting my whips. I think this is the first episode with this many whips ever. I don't think I've ever had this many whips going at once. I'm getting a little overwhelmed, but I'm just trying to take a deep breath. Some of these whips are long-term projects. Some of them are not. And I think I just had cast-on-itis this week. So before we begin, I will talk about my Knit All the Felici cal. I keep forgetting to go to the Ravelry group. It's been a couple weeks. I need to go in there and see. So my Knit All the Felici cal, it ends August 31st. Knit Felici. There's some right there. Have I knit any? Nope. I'm still waiting for the new Felici colors. I don't know what's going on here. It's the 7th of July. Are they not going to have a summer round of colors this year? Are they waiting to do a big, big shebang at the end of the year? I'm getting a little nervous. Did they discontinue it? I don't know. I'm getting kind of worried. So usually a couple times a day, I usually go to the website and I check. Nothing. So that cal, you just knit Felici. You can crochet anything you want, any pattern, doesn't matter. Just has to be mostly Felici. If you're doing socks, you can do heels, toes, and cuffs in a different color. That is okay. And if you want to double dip, if you're doing the summer sock camp cal, knit along, whatever you want to call it, you can double dip. I am okay with that too. Yes. And I will have a link to my Ravelry group also down below, so you can head on over there and all the full rules will be over there. Okay, since it's July, we're going to talk about my stash stats. Grams down. Got it in my little notebook. Amazon. Talk about June. I did pretty good in June. July, I'm not doing so good. The only reason I did well in June is because I finished that crocheted shawl, and that was 538 grams. And I took a few skeins out of my D-stash, or for D-stash. So, I got my freckled whimsy clips, my Real One minis, and Knit All the Fibers had a pre-order. I think it's still open until the 31st, pretty sure. Knit All the Fibers has a Halloween colorway and a Christmas colorway. It's not a surprise. The pictures are listed on their website, but you can only order them think she opened it June 1st and it closes July 31st, and after that you cannot buy them. So I thought about it and I just went and did it. So I have those. Those are my grams in, so that's 580. And I knit a lot of socks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of socks. Now I think all of them were shorties, except for DK socks. So they're all shorties. I'm not gonna go through all the list. And then my crochet shawl. So 7 socks and my crochet shawl for a total of 973 grams. So that's how much I knit out of my stash. I de-stashed like about 6 skeins plus a sock set. So if you count that, 1,593. I am keeping my de-stash separate. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Right now it's sitting in a bag, chilling until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. If I'm going to use it for prizes, or if I'm going to just give it to somebody, or I'm going to put it on a website and try to get some of my money back, I guess. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So that is my June. And so far for July, all I've done is add, and I haven't took any out. I need to update that. I bought, Freckle Whimsy put out she had extras for her June clubs for the spells and things, and I saw somebody knit it, and I'm like, I need that. So I bought it. And then yesterday, was a little bit of life stuff. We all had family dentist appointments, cleanings. Nobody had cavities, so I celebrated or rewarded myself with a skein of yarn. So I bought, and then a couple days later, I bought another Freckle Whimsy skein. So I need to update that to 240. So I'm not doing so good. I got my clubs, my row 1 minis, and yeah. And I have some pretty twisted yarns that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. I bought earlier. I pre-ordered it in June. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Didn't go so well. That's okay. I haven't had a really bad month since like January, so I'm just gonna, it's fine. It is fine. So that is my June update. So I'm gonna, since it's 6 months, I'll give you my 6-month recap. I write things down in my planner, or my notebook here. It's not planner, my little journal here. But I have a spreadsheet on my tablet that my husband made for me for, purchasing, and it has all the numbers and all that stuff. So I had to write that down before I recorded today, or before I started here. So I got it on a sticky note here, so I'm going to be looking down here. Okay, so we're at June. First, I want to say so far I've finished 41 finished objects. That's pretty good. I don't have the rundown of socks. I want to say most of them are probably socks, but so my grams in so far for the year is kind of a lot. I don't know. I feel like it is, but I feel like I've been good. So I don't know. Okay, grams in 4,230. That's a lot of yarn, but my advent calendars are in there. That's probably most of it, because those things are, I think I've only bought 1. No, I bought 2. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my grams in. So my grams out. If you're counting my D-stash, so this is the number counting my D-stash, 9,285. So if you want to take out my D-stash of yarn, grams out that I have knit or crocheted is 5,425. So even not counting the D-stash skeins, which is a lot that I got rid of, I still knit more out of my stash than I have accumulated. So I'm on the right track. For D-stash, it's 3,860. Now, some of those aren't full skeins, and some of them don't have labels, so I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to destash. Maybe I will just get rid of the ones that have labels that have not been touched, opened they haven't been opened. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Oh man, but yeah. So I am counting the destash as out of my stash. I know it's probably cheating, but it's my rules. I'm going to do what I want. So June and May, I kind of like went through my stash and like really thought about, am I going to knit this? Am I ever going to knit this? So I think I'm done with destash. I don't know, maybe at the end of the year I'll go through it again, or maybe in January I will go through it again and see. But you know, I knit fast, but I think I'm still buying faster than I'm knitting. It's okay. I'm preparing for the apocalypse or something, right? I have enough yarn in my stash probably to last me 2 years. I mean, this is like all of my full skeins. And this is not counting like the 50-gram cakes that I have in there. All of the scraps. I have enough to last me probably 2 or 3 years without buying any, but that's probably not going to happen because all of these makers and dyers are putting out these beautiful yarns that I just have to have. Okay, we are 12 minutes in and we haven't started talking about the knitting. Let's talk about the knitting. I think that's it. Yep. So I have stash enhancement, reading and watching, 1 finished object, and 6 works in progress. That's right. 5 of them are socks. So we're gonna go through all my sock whips first. Actually, we're gonna do my finished object. And yeah, I hope you all have your knitting with you, or you're crocheting and you have your coffee or a beverage, because I have no idea how long this is gonna be. So hang on, buckle up, and get knitting, right? Let's see how much you can get done. So here is my finished object. Now, I feel like this is kind of cheating because last week, all I had to do was pop in a heel. So I don't know, I feel like this is cheating, but it's okay. It's finished. And you know what? Even if I don't have any finished objects, it's not a big deal. I was just surprised because I thought I knit a ton, and I was like, well, what's going on? I kept casting things down. That's what happened. So this is my Advent sock. This is day 11. This is from my Harry Potter Advent from Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Hoard Yarns. If you're new here, this is my Advent from 2022. I decided to put a square in my blanket and then knit a sock with the rest of a 20-gram mini. And I'm gonna have 24 single socks. I keep saying pairs. I'm gonna have 24 single socks that I can mismatch. All of them, the heel, toes, and cuffs, are Knitpicks Rolled Up Heather. And I have not worn any of these yet, so I'm hoping that once I finish this project, I can get a picture of them all. They're not going to be on sock blockers because I don't have 24 of these. But I'll have a picture of them all laid out, and then I will start wearing them. I forgot what this one was called. I think it's Lily. Lovely Lily? Once I get my whip out. Actually, I think I took the tag out. I don't know. It's day 11. I think it's Lily. It's beautiful. I really love knitting this one. I love the swirling and I love that orange. Good. So I did 64 stitches. 90 rows total. I did 21 rows of leg, 12 rows of 2x2 rib. And I have a size women's 8.5. So if you have a 20-gram mini and you use all of it, they can be a little bit longer. But I like this length, the 20 rows of leg. It's nice. Goes right above my ankle. So yeah, and I use US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter Chiaogoo needles, magic loop. So that's my only finished object. That's it. It's okay. All right, are you ready for the sock parade? Ready for the sock parade? Oh man. Okay, we're gonna continue with the Advent sock. This is stitching Palazzo, Harry Potter bag. Got little Deathly Hallow symbols at top. All right. I haven't touched this whip in a little bit. Okay, this is Advent Day 12. I'm looking at my tags. These are the next tags. Okay, so I don't have them. Nope, okay. So this is day 12. I think this is like Slughorn's Christmas party or something. This is a Dragon Hoard yarn one. Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Hoard yarns, they split the days up. It's kind of like a collaboration. This one's like pinky with teal. So I finished this one. I think last week I just had the cuff done. So I did manage to do this. I think this went by pretty fast. I think I worked on it Friday. I started the color on Friday and I was finished on Sunday, I think. I finished the toe on Sunday. No, I didn't. I finished the toe on Monday. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But I love it. So that is day 12. And I have the cuff ready for day 13. So this is half done. I'm half done. 13, I love this color. I love the color. I hate the name. If you watched my Vlogmas, you saw the stunned look on my face when I opened this. I'm like, ooh, I love that. What's the colorway name? The tag's in here. I have this one and that ball of the Dove Heather left, plus this little bit. I'm waiting for the Felici to come out so I can just add a couple in my order. But I don't know, I might have to. I had it in my hand. Where is it? Okay, got it. Okay, so here's the color. Look at that. Greens and blues and hot pinks. A little bit of browns. Love it. I love the colorway. The name, I do not like. Dumbledore's Funeral. Dumbledore's Funeral. This color is way too happy. Maybe it's supposed to represent Dumbledore, but I don't know. I don't see it. This kind of reminds me of like Luna more than Dumbledore, but that's okay. And then, so this is 13 and this is 14. It's like a greeny brown, some black in it. And that one is the Gaunt Shack. I don't know if you can read that. The Gaunt Shack. So this is 13 and 14. I have already put squares in my blanket for these. So I put them in here and they're ready to go. I will probably work on that today. And yeah, all of my socks. I don't know if I don't want to repeat myself 6 times with my needles. So we're going to do it one more time and then that's it. So magic loop, Chiaogoo red lace, 32-inch cord, 2.5 millimeter needle, which is a US 1.5. And all of my socks, actually one of them has a different needle, 64 stitches. I'll try not to repeat myself for the needle, but all of my needle sizes are in my show notes in my whips. For each one, it says which one it is. So if you missed it, or you can rewind, or you can just look down and they're down there. You saw my nice white leg. My feet are already falling asleep. I guess it's been 20 minutes. About the 20-minute mark is when my feet are going tingly. Oh, and I'm matching. This is whip number 2. This is by Stolen Minutes. This was the 2021 Summer Sock Camp bag. This whip, you've seen 3 times. I need to finish these. I think, has it been 3 times? Maybe it's been two times. I think that I only showed it once. I don't know. Anyway, I remember a lot of you commented in my video last week. My thumbnail was of this whip that I'm going to show. And so I decided to title it Pitiful Progress. And you're like, you made so much progress. What are you talking about? Well, I made the comment for this whip in particular is what I was referring to. I guess nobody got it. It's okay. I did make some progress on these this week. And I finally figured out what I'm going to do for the heel. Maybe, I think that's why I kind of like stalled on this, because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. Look at this. So I think last week I had the cuff done in like 5 rows. So I finished this sock, and I finished this on Saturday, the day after I recorded, and I was there. So I decided to do the toe in the same color. This is Mustache Yarn. Do I have the tag in here? Yep. I love this colorway so much. Mustache Yarn. Unicorn Apocalypse. Oh, I love the name. It's perfect. I love it. So this is my first sock. And here is my second sock. So look, I'm so close. So I do one sock, I put all my markers up here, and then when I start the second one, I just transfer them from this sock to this sock. So I have, let's see, this is 5. I'm under like 10 rows left, and then it's toe time. I got distracted yesterday, which you'll see in a little bit. These could have been done if I didn't get, or at least like 1 heel left or something. But it's okay. For these ones, I did 15 rows of 2x2 rib. Oh, look at this colorway. I love it. So the heels, I went digging through my stash. Through my scraps. A lot of you said, you need purple. You need purple. What about this? I think this is the closest I have. This was my friend Amy from Happy Little Yarn. She made me an advent. And this is, I have like 12 grams left, which is, I think it's about 8 grams to do my heels. So I will have a little bit left. And it's already in my blanket, so I can just use as I see fit. But this was day 17. And this one is Teal Torch Knits. Grape Soda. Pretty sure I used in my blanket and in my scrappy pants. What were those called? Those pants, those scrappy pants I did. My Stephen West, I can't think of the name. I don't know. If you've been with me, you know what I'm talking about. I used a little bit in that, so I decided. I mean, it's a little bit lighter, but I think it's gonna work. It's gonna be okay. So, purple heels, it is. These will be done next week. I have to finish these. I mean, I don't have to, but I would like to finish these because I feel like these have been on the needles for longer than they should have. That's okay. I got distracted. All right, well, that is that whip. Oh. I gotta rearrange again. Oh, my other foot is falling asleep. Okay, now here is a new whip. This is also an acquisition. I think I mentioned last week that my cozy knitter pre-order that I did in May, she had her old Advent colorways on for pre-order, and I was missing the 2018. I bought it. It came on Friday, the day that I recorded. I wound it up. I'm pretty sure after I recorded, I started doing the cuffs, and by the time I finished the cuffs, the mailman came with the Advent. So I wound it up, and so this was June 30th. So I started my Christmas in July Advent, kind of. I don't know. It's a Christmas sock, so it needs to be in a Christmas bag. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Christmas bags. This is Stitching the High Notes. Oh, I love this. And this green, it's like a yellowy green. Oh, I love it. So, since this is 2018, I'm not going to say, you know, spoiler, because it's 2018. If you don't have it, you're either knitting it now or you've probably already seen it. On Instagram, in my stories, I am posting I'm doing one stripe a day and until they're done. So far, it's working out. I have finished 7 stripes. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see the stripes each day. Or if you don't use Instagram, I will show you all of the stripes that I did in the week. And I'm doing them tandem. The skein is already separated into 2, which is awesome. I love when the dyers do that. So I'll show one sock for right now, but oh, look at that. I love it. So pretty. So I have 2. For my heels, toes, and cuffs, I am using Pratchett's Crochet. I think I showed this last week. Here's the Cozy Knitter tag, 2018. I don't know if I have it. It's Pratchett's Crochet. There it is, way at the bottom. Pratchett's Crochet, and this is in muslin. So I'm going to do heels, toes, and cuffs in this. It's a little bit thicker base than the Cozy Knitter, but it's pretty close, and I've used it before. And all of them except one, I think, I didn't do heels, toes, and cuffs. I don't know. So, yep. So I have 7 stripes, 30-ish rows. I think I can do 12 rows for the leg and then 12 rows for the foot and have all 24 colors. We will see if it works out that way. But, oh, it's beautiful. So I love just putting a stripe in every day and like, okay, I'm done. So this is going to be a long-term whip, obviously. Yeah. I'm just going to do a stripe a day till the 24th, and then that will give me a week to put in toes and heels. Since it's a Christmas Advent, it only has 24 stripes. Since we're not doing Christmas, it's in July, I'm just going to do that. So that is that. And this one is also, we're still going. Are you still with me? This is whip number 4. This is also an acquisition that once I got in the mail, I'm like, I'm casting on. And I'm feeling the fall vibes. So I got out my pumpkin spice bag from Happy Little Yarn because I wanted to. So I did. So this is my Spells and Things Club for July. So if you've not got yours, please look away. I already wound it up. I didn't really I cast on, but after that, I didn't really touch them, so I need to work on these 2. This is Friday. I'm going to post it on Monday, so I'm hoping that you already have it by now. So here's the tag. I got mine on the DK base, Serendipity, DK 7525, Superwash Merino Nylon. 245 yards for 100 grams. I love her DK base. And the colorway is called When Cars Fly. And it has 8 stripe repeat. I love that she puts that on there. So these are DK weight socks. So I use US 3s. US 3s. 3.25 millimeter. I'll have to take the skein out because I don't have all the colors. All right, are you ready? I'm going to show it. Look at this. Oh my word, this is beautiful. Once I saw it, I'm like, casting on. Do I need to cast on a sock? Obviously no, but. So I have a cuff done. I got 10 rows. I do 10 rows of 2x2 rib for my DK weight socks. I use the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla weight, DK weight, vanilla weight, DK weight, vanilla sock pattern. I don't know what she calls it. It's listed up below. But so after I finish my unicorn apocalypse socks, I need to get these out. So yeah, I'm like, I have to cast these on right now. Right now, wound it up, did the cuff, and then squirrel. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was working on, I don't know. This week was weird. I have no idea what happened. I don't know when I got this in the mail, and I don't remember when I casted it on. Tuesday? Maybe it was Tuesday. So it's only been a couple days. So that is this. I love this bag so much. I love it. Okay, now this one might be somewhat a spoiler. But this is Friday. It's going to be up on Monday. I'm hoping that you've all have looked at the pattern. I've already seen spoilers. I'm not worried about it. It's okay. I am doing the mystery, no, what's he called it? The Surprise Sock Along by Stephen West. I started yesterday and I couldn't stop. And I already finished clue 1 for the first sock. Probably aren't surprised. So right now they're in 2 bags because, whoa, that's a lot of yarn and it would be a tangled mess. I have not cast on sock 2 yet, so I'm not going to show you both of them, but I took the skein, the 2 colors of skeins, I divided them into 50 grams. 2 and 2, 2 and 2. I got my needles in there. So I will show you the finished one. This one, there's nothing. There's just a needle and yarn in this. I'll prove it to you. There's needle and yarn and some tags. That's it. And we're going to talk about this before I get the sock out. So I was going to switch my main colors for the second sock. Then I saw the pattern, and I don't want to give too much away, but they're mirrored. This left sock, there's a left sock and a right sock. And I was thinking that might look a little odd if I switched the main color. So I decided, scrap that. I'm going to keep my main color for both of them. And then I'm like, how am I going to keep them separated? Well, I had them in separate bags, but I thought I had this cool idea. Actually, after I figured this out, somebody else just posted that they did it. So I'm like, I don't think it's, that cool of an idea. But so I took a light bulb stitch marker. And luckily my daughter we just went to Joann's like last week and she wanted some beads. And she got some letter ones. So I said, hey, can I borrow an L and an R? Just for a little bit and I'll give them back. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put this on the left one when I'm ready. And then I'll keep them apart. So I will probably always do the right sock first and then the left sock. I'm not going to work on them like tandem, kind of like I do like a section and then I do a section on the other leg because they are opposite and that would confuse me. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the right sock, finish the clue, and then go to the left sock. And if I don't finish before the next week, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think I can do it because I finished it, the clue one in one day. So I thought that was the coolest idea ever. So if you want to do that, go for it. You will see my R here in a little bit. So I finished the whole clue, okay? So it's done. If you do not want to see it, look away, fast forward. I didn't think I would have this much done, but I couldn't stop. And I worked on this all day yesterday. So my yarns, before I show it, I decided that my main color is going to be the Legacy Fiber Arts in the color, don't want to work with me, Buttons. These are both 75-25 base, superwash merino nylon. I had this one in my stash. I love it. So after I did this first sock, and I'm like, that's it. I'm not switching colors. I'm leaving this in my main color, and it's been decided. So my contrast color is Lolo Did It in Folsom. And once I saw like there's cables in here also, spoiler, this dark gray, you wouldn't be able to see it. Or it'd be very hard to see it. So I was like, meh. All right, you ready? Now it's a little like, I think there's some slip stitches in here and it looks a little wonky, but it fits. And I think once I block them, it'll be all right. But it's a little tight in some areas. All right, are you ready? Now this green is blowing out, but it's more neon-y than what it's showing. But look at that. I did cables in a sock. High five. I did mess up one of my cable rows, but you can't tell. Can you tell? Nope, you can't. It's the same. Yeah, they all line up. The cables go up into the green stairs. When I did my cable, is it cable front back or cable four back? Cable four back. I was supposed to purl and I knit instead in one row, and then once I realized what I did, I didn't take it out. I just kept going. You can't tell. I mean, if you really stretch it out and you really look, I mean, I have to really look. You can kind of see it right there. I mean, for reals. Nobody's gonna see it. So, I love it. So this is clue one. This is not the whole leg. I think there's got more leg, and I don't know where he's going with this. Are they gonna be like, I have a feeling there might be more cables, and then we're gonna go into like a different section. But there's my right stitch marker right there. So I'm gonna leave that on there. There's the back. I'm not counting rows on this because this is a pattern sock. So I'm just gonna go with it. And yeah, my slip stitches are a little tight, but it's fine. It looks kind of lumpy. It's okay. And I'm doing the 72 stitch sock. I tried it on after I did this and it fits, so we're all good. Oh. Love it. And I'm using my normal US 1.5. Yeah, his stitch counts are really, really weird. It's like, the standard is like 56, 64, 72. But I did one pattern of his in 72 stitch and it fit me. So I just went with that. And I'm tight knitter, and there's cables in here, and then obviously these slip stitches kind of like cinched it in, but we're all good. It fits, and oh, love it. So that is that. I'm hoping The next clue comes out on Thursday, so I'm hoping to have the second sock done before then. If not a big deal. I know he's like, take your time, it's not a race. Oh, I started this and I couldn't stop. It's like, I gotta get to the cables. All right, I did the cables, good job, let's go. I gotta do these. Oh, these are easy, these are easy. So you only work with one color at a time on this. So it's kind of like color work, but he has slip stitches. So that is that. I need to get a move on. We got 40 minutes left and I'm not done with my whips yet. So I'm hoping next week to have the second sock done and then maybe part of the, part of the second clue. I don't know. I feel like once I get to the heel part, I'm going to slow down because I'm going to try to do his heel. I'm going to branch out, guys. I don't know. I've only done afterthought heels. I have never done heel flap. I'm kind of scared. So once I get to the heel, I'm thinking, yeah, cuff and leg. We'll probably have leg and heel for clue 2, maybe. And there's 3 and 4. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to have. Maybe clue 2 is just going to be the rest of the leg. Clue 3 be the heel. I don't know. We will see. We will see. All right, that's it for my sock whips. That's it. I got 5. We're gonna talk about this real quick. Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. I did 22 squares again. High five. I am on square, I don't know what I forgot. 400 and 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 444. That sounds about right. And so I'm using, this is all fingering weight scraps. I'm using US 2s, 2.75 millimeter needles. I'm using my signature straights. They are downstairs because I don't want to lose them. I think I've showed them on here before. So last week I was right there. So I finished the row. This is 425. My stitch marker is from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Love it. Coffee. So I finished a row. And I started a new row. I almost finished. Like, I have like 6 squares left. And I'll finish another row. Almost did it. Not quite. So I don't know how many. I think I did 8 on Sunday. So started here. That one's Nomadic Yarns Rita Skeeta, whatever you want to call it. So these are the ones I did. And I also have some My Little Pony advents in there. That's these 2. I will show those in a little bit. I really love this one. I think this was a mini that somebody gave me. I love it. This is the teal that I did my crochet shawl in. I was able to put that in there. These 2 are my Harry Potter advents I will be doing in the future. These 2 are My Little Pony advents, I think. Yep. And so just some random minis, row 1 minis. And this one, these 2 are Harry Potter advents. These 2. I'm trying to like hurry up and, not hurry up, but wind them up and put them in my blanket before I start on my socks. I think I have 4 left that I need to add, and then after that we'll be good. I'll be all caught up. They will all be in the blanket. And then I could just knit socks because I started using that advent in here. So I want to use all the colors. They won't be all together, but I want them all in here. So here is the blanket. I'm weaving my ends in as I go. I wait till I have 4 squares to weave it in. So the top row has ends. It's a little bit of the back. Tuck in. This is my blanket for my youngest starter. Started on her birthday. I want to finish it on her birthday or before. I think I'll finish it before. Her birthday's August 26th. I think I can do it. We were talking about the border. She's leaning towards a blue. She had like 2 or 3 picked out, but she wants to wait till it's all done. So she's like, I don't know what to color pick. And I'm like, well, pick your favorite color. And she's like, oh, okay. She's like me and has a harder time deciding things. So I'm like, well, just go with your favorite color. And then we kind of narrowed it down. So yeah, I'll do a I-cord border all the way around. This is 500 squares. That is my goal, 500 squares. Lately, I've just been a Sunday. I work on it all day. I think Sunday I did 8. A Monday I did 4. Tuesday I did 6. And Wednesday I did 4. I think that adds up to 22. I hope so. So, yep. And I'm doing 20 stitches by 20 stitches. I think that's it. So by the next week, next episode, I will have this imaginary square right here will be 450. So I only got 2 more rows. It's getting so close. So there's the blanket. Still chugging along. I did all those squares on Sunday through Wednesday. That Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I am taking a break and trying to work on my other whips. So I think I will, if I keep up at the rate that I'm doing it, probably like 2.5 weeks I'll be done with the squares. Unless something happens and I'm like, I don't want to work on this and take a longer break than I usually do. But I'm ahead of schedule and I'm feeling good and it will be done before her birthday. I was kind of hoping to get it done if I could get it done in July, that would be a lot of grams out in my stash. But, you know, I'm not gonna rush it. If I get it done in August, then I'll have a lot of grams out in August, and it will balance out all of the grams that I've added in July. All right, that is all of my whips. We're gonna go through reading and watching real fast. I have some stash acquisitions and maybe some little bit of life stuff. We'll see how chatty I get. We're already at 47 minutes, so I need to get a move on. Okay, we're gonna do reading and watching first. Sticky note is on my reading here. Okay, I finished The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. It was okay. It wasn't like the best book ever. I didn't hate it. I didn't like really, really love it. That is his first book in that series. So I put a hold on the second book. I will just, I enjoyed it enough to read it more, and I've heard from other people saying that it gets better. So I might stick with it and just keep on going. And I decided, I wasn't sure what I was going to read next, but I was talking with a friend, Lindsay from Lazy Lemon Creations, and we decided, I talked about that I bought this book last week, and she bought it, and I said, hey, let's read it together. So that's what we're doing. The Fourth Wing by, I can't pronounce names, Rebecca something, Yarros, Y-A-R-R-O-S. Yeah, you know, the first, like, little bit of, like, a new author, I have to, like, get the feel of how their writing style is, and this one has a lot of, like, this is a fantasy. There's a lot of, like, weird names that I'm trying to I have to learn everything. Half the names of the people I cannot pronounce, but this is probably a book that would be good for audio, so that I could figure out how to pronounce these names, but that's okay. I'm on I finished 2 chapters. I'm on chapter 3, and it's okay. I like it. I'm not totally sucked in yet, but I feel like I'm gonna get there. So that's it for reading, and I'm reading that on my Kindle. I think I mentioned I put a hold on the library, and I was like number 300 and something, and I'm like, I'll get that in 3 years, so I just decided to buy it. I have a Amazon gift card from my birthday last year, and I'm like, I'm just gonna buy the book. All right, watching. I haven't been watching that much. I have, but I haven't. That makes sense. Okay, my husband and I finished Avenue 5, Season 1. I liked it. It's good. We are, I think, almost done with Season 2. And then we looked up and saw that it got canceled. So I'm hoping that it has a nice ending, a cleanup ending. But I don't know. It might have like a cliffhanger and then that's it. And I might get kind of mad, but we'll see. All the stuff that I'm talking about is on Max, HBO Max. My husband and I finished House of the Dragon last night. Oh, so good. I liked it. My husband's like, meh. I'm like, but it's good. And he's like, meh. So, yeah, I liked it. It was fine. So, yeah, we finished that. And the kids and I, this is probably most of our, like, TV time that I spent this week was watching Lord of the Rings movie 2 and 3. My kids and I watched those together. We watched the extended versions, so we had to, like, we watched part of one day, we finished it, we watched another one day, and then finished it. So yeah, it took a long time. I'm not sitting there for 4 hours and watching a movie. But I love those movies so much. I try to watch them whenever I can. The last time I watched them, they were on DVD from Netflix. And I noticed that HBO Max had them. I'm like, well, I better watch them before we cancel. And yeah, we're probably going to cancel at the end of this month, so we'll see when I will be able to watch them again. But I would love to watch those like at least once a year. They're so good. And that's it for reading and watching. That's it. Okay, we're going to do stash real quick. This might be a really long episode. Okay, first we will show my My Little Pony Advent. I got in this like huge like 2.5 gallon bag. So I'm putting the squares in my blanket, but since I took a break, I have some that I have not put squares in, or I haven't used it, so I got them separated. Okay, so My Little Pony Yarn Cafe Creations Advent. This is split tire. This is day 1. Day 1. So after I put them on my blanket, I'm putting them in this bag, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Day 2. This one is Sweetheart. Nice reddy pinky coral. I guess it's more pink than coral. Or red. Orangey pinky red. Alright, day 3 is Goody Goody. I really love this one. Teals and reds. I had My Little Ponies when I was younger, but I'm not all into, like, I guess there's like thousands of them. And I probably should look them up to see pictures of them. But I don't know. I really love this one. This one's probably my favorite so far. Rainbow Swirl. Just because neon green. So that's day 4. So 5, 6, and 7, I have not put squares in my blanket yet because I was taking a break. So they're all wound up. And I will set them aside. Put them in my blanket this week. 5, Princess Cadence? The second? I don't know. Love this one too. Pinky purple with blues and some greens. And 6. I really love this one. Sweet Tune. Oh, it's so moody. Grays, purples, blues, greens. And today's is Twilight Sparkle. I really love this one too. Purple with some little bit of pink. So I will put these 3. I have not put in my blanket yet, so I will save them for Sunday or for this week, and then I will put them back in this bag. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, and hopefully I will be able to put all of them in the blanket. I'm pretty sure I will. I don't think I'll finish this before July. I really doubt it. We'll see. If I don't, it's not a big deal. I'm counting them as scraps. So that is my Little Pony Advent from Yarn Cafe Creations. So far, 7 days. We got my Real One Minis. It's 80-20 base. It's okay. 75-25 is my favorite. So this is a subscription service. You get 10 gram minis, pre-wound, labeled with the dyer name and the colorway name. And I think I was watching Amy from Happy Little Yarn. She did a little video reel on Instagram yesterday. And I think, Amy, we got different ones again. Because you had a root beer barrels, and I don't have that one. But I got Jumpin' Jelly Beans. I like this one. Circus Peanuts. Oh, you got Circus Peanuts. Circus Peanuts are gross, in my opinion. That's what this orange one is. Circus Peanuts. That reminds me of my dad. He loves those. Oh, they're gross. Yeah, so, and this is Candy Shop Yarns. I like the names on these. I can't read all of them, but I like Jumpin' Jelly Beans. Sugar and Spice. Snow Cone. Snow Cone. So now that I showed these, I can put these also in my blanket. I'm running down to, like, scraps. I mean, I got 50 left. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have all those My Little Ponies in there, unless I slow down a bit. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, I have a bag where I just keep adding minis in. I usually wind off 5 grams after I finish the sock, put it in there. And my bag is getting low. I'm getting towards the end of my scraps. So yeah, that's my Real One Minis. Okay, now I'm going to show, I really want to cast this on so bad. So, Teresa from Pretty Twisted Yarns, she did a, was it charity? She had a pre-order for the whole month of June for this particular colorway. And I think she donated $5 to the Trevor Project. And I keep seeing this. People were knitting this, and the pooling on this is bananas. I really, really want to cast this on. I don't know. I'm not done with my gift knitting yet. I really shouldn't. This is, if this isn't summer, I don't know what is. It's called I Would Tie-Dye For You. I really need socks in this. I need to knit this. And I think I might just do full socks. And these will be nice to wear in the wintertime when it's gray and blah. But yeah, I heard that I've seen the pooling, and it is the way she dyed it. Oh, so I don't know. I don't know what I want to cast that on. But I really wanna, really, really wanna. Oh, it's bright. Teresa is famous for her neons, and she nailed it. She has another pre-order, I think, today. I forgot what it's called, but it's gray with a rainbow. I want it, but I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't, but so that's that. Love it. And I got my Freckled Whimsy Yarn of the Month Club for July. This is fingering weight. Her fingering weight, or her Yarn of the Month Club, you can get it on all different bases, but it's all the same colorway from now until whenever. So I decided to keep it. I just did fingering weight, and then I did DK weight for the spells and things. I already showed that. So I'm going to show this. So if you've not got it, please look away. But I really love this one too. All right. So it looks like it looks like it's going to be white, then a color, white, then a color, just by looking at it. It says 12 straight repeat. This is July 2023, and it's called Sunshine and Snow Cones. This mini is like a teal. The lighting is not, it looks blue, but it's like a teal color in real life. Love it. So yep, that is that. And I think that's all my stash. That's it. Okay, we did it. We're at an hour. Oh man. Sorry for those of you that like short episodes. It's not gonna happen. Not today. Life stuff real fast. It's been hot and gross out. It's either hot or it's like cooler and the humidity is at like 1,000%. That's right. Had a couple days of 90s. Yuck, don't like it, too hot. Yesterday was cooler, but the humidity was 1,000%. Yes, we had dentist appointments yesterday. I was kind of dreading it, but it all went well. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I like that my teeth feel clean after going, but going in general, it's like, ugh, it's really hard. It's really hard to do, but it helps that we all go together, so we all have like moral support. My kids, they're fine. That doesn't bother them. Like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm getting older. My teeth are, falling apart. I have a bunch of cavities. I think at some point I'm gonna have to put a crown on one of my tooth. One of my tooths. That's not right. One of my teeth. A tooth. So I'm not looking forward to that. So every time I go there, I'm like, all right, is now the time that I need to get that done. I'm not looking forward to that. Don't drink soda, guys. Don't do it. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. I drank so much soda when I was a kid. I drank so much sugary Kool-Aid as a kid. My kids do not drink soda or Kool-Aid. Maybe once in a great while if they're like at a friend's house or if they're at like somebody else's house, grandparents. Usually they don't. At my grandparents they don't. Or at my parents or my in-laws, they don't do soda either. Don't drink soda or Kool-Aid, guys. Don't do it. And so far, my youngest, who is 10, she'll be 11. She hasn't had a cavity since or yet. Knock on wood. My oldest had one, but the dentist said like the way that her tooth was formed, it was like in a spot. It was very tiny, and it was like there'd be like no way to like get a toothbrush in there. You'd have to do like a weird angle to like brush your teeth. So I'm not really worried about that. So she's only had one, and it was teeny tiny. So yeah, that is the dentist, and I rewarded myself with yarn. I will show it when it comes. I think both of them have been shipped. I don't know when they're coming. Freckled Whimsy's like, what is this crazy lady doing? She's ordering yarn, and then 2 days later she's ordering more yarn. Why didn't she order them together? Stress. It's okay. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up. An hour and 5 minutes. This is another long one, but with my speedy internet, it shouldn't take that long to upload. I just hope that you guys don't mind long episodes. I hope you got a lot done with your knitting. or crocheting or whatever you were been working on. I hope you put a progress keeper when you first started this episode, and let's see how much you've got done. All right, this week, no more cast-ons. No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed, okay? Unless I finish like 2 things, then maybe I will. But finish my advent socks, finish those mustache yarn socks. Really work on those DK Freckle Whimsy socks. Finish them. That might be pushing it. I don't know. Keep working on my squares. Working on the Stephen West clues. I don't. That seems like way too much for 1 week. I'm just gonna keep on moving, and we will see what happens next week. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching this really long episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions or comments. Let me know how you're doing with your knitting. I hope you're all doing well. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.